Imagine this. You wake up on day 3 of Carnivore. You opened your refrigerator yesterday like a warrior. You ignored the bread. You stared down the fruit. You walked past the granola bars like they owed you money. And now, your head feels a little foggy. Your stomach is acting suspicious. You are craving something crunchy, sweet, salty, or all three at the same time. And you're starting to wonder, did I make a mistake? That right there is the exact moment a lot of people quit. Not because Carnivore isn't working, but because nobody warned them what the first 7 days might actually feel like. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to expect in your first week on Carnivore. What to do each day, what is normal, what is not, and most importantly, how not to quit before your body has a chance to show you what it can do. And make sure to stay till the end, because the biggest mistake beginners make is not eating meat. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'll explain exactly what I mean. And if you miss that part, your Carnivore journey may end before your skillet even gets properly seasoned. Let's get into it. First, let's make this simple. Carnivore is not complicated. People make it complicated. Carnivore is basically an animal-based elimination diet where you build your meals around animal foods. For many beginners, the simplest version is meat, salt, and water. Some people include eggs, some include butter, some include seafood, some include dairy. But in the first 7 days, simpler is usually better. Why? Because your body is trying to switch fuel systems. If you've been running on a high-carb lifestyle, your metabolism is used to quick-burning fuel. Now you're asking it to rely more on fat and stored energy. That transition can be powerful, but let's be honest, it can also feel a little awkward at first. It's like asking your body to stop driving a scooter and suddenly handle a pickup truck. More power, more stability, but a different ride. Day 1 usually feels exciting. You're motivated. You've bought the steaks. You've got the eggs. You may even be looking at bacon like it's a prescription. And in some cases, it practically is. On day 1, keep it very simple. Eat when hungry. Do not force fasting. Do not try to be a hero. Do not say, I'm doing Carnivore, intermittent fasting, cold plunges, and a half marathon all in the same week. Slow down, champion. This is not the Hunger Games. Your first goal is adaptation. So eat enough. That means if you are hungry, eat meat, not a cube of cheese and a motivational quote. Eat a real meal. Beef is a great anchor food because it is nutrient dense, satisfying, and usually keeps people full. Think burgers without the bun, steak, roast beef, ground beef bowls, and ribeye if you want to feel like you got a promotion. Day 2 is when some people start noticing cravings. Not necessarily hunger, cravings. That is different. Hunger says, I need fuel. Cravings say, I need cookies, and I need them now, and somehow this is an emergency. That's your brain and body adjusting. Your blood sugar may be more stable than usual, but your habits are still loud. A lot of us do not just eat carbs for energy. We eat them for comfort, for celebration, for stress, for boredom, for Tuesday. So when cravings hit, do not panic. Instead, ask yourself, am I truly hungry? If the answer is yes, eat a fatty animal-based meal. If the answer is no, drink some water, add some salt, take a walk, or simply wait 20 minutes. Many cravings pass when you stop negotiating with them. Now let's talk about days 3 through 5. This is where the drama often kicks in. Some people feel amazing at this point, less bloated, less hungry, better focus. Others feel like their body filed a complaint with management. This is where you may experience fatigue, headaches, irritability, dizziness, muscle cramps, or brain fog. People call this the keto flu, but it's usually not the flu. It's often a combination of carb withdrawal, changing fluid balance, and low electrolytes. This is where salt becomes your best friend. When insulin levels go down, your kidneys tend to let go of more sodium and water. That means you can feel tired and lousy, not because Carnivore is bad for you, but because your body is dumping fluid and minerals faster than you expected. That's why one of the smartest things beginners can do is salt their food well and consider broth or added electrolytes if needed. This is not the week to fear salt. This is the week to respect it. A lot of people don't fail Carnivore because of meat. They fail because they are undersalted, underfed, and overconfident. That combination will humble you quickly. Now let's talk about digestion, because yes, we need to go there. Your bowels may change. Some people get constipated. Some people get loose stools. Some people get both and begin to question every life choice they've ever made. That can be normal during transition. Your gut is adjusting to a major dietary shift. If stools are loose, Sometimes the issue is too much rendered fat too quickly. That means if you drink a cup of hot grease like it's a smoothie, your intestines may respond with speed and enthusiasm. Instead, try eating solid fat attached to meat, like ribeye or less strained ground beef, rather than pouring tons of melted fat on everything. If you feel constipated, ask first, am I actually uncomfortable or am I just going less often? Because on Carnivore, some people have fewer bowel movements simply because there is less waste. That is different from true constipation. Make sure you are hydrated, getting enough salt, and eating enough overall. Now here comes one of the biggest beginner mistakes, not eating enough. That's the part I told you to stay for. People often come from years of calorie restriction, diet culture, portion control, snack packs, and foods engineered to keep them hungry. Then they start Carnivore and say, I only had 2 eggs and a chicken breast today. Why do I feel terrible? Because this is not enough food. Your body is trying to adapt. It needs nourishment, especially protein, especially in the beginning. So if you are hungry, eat. If you're thinking about food all day, you probably need to eat more. This is not the time to white knuckle your way through the process. That usually backfires. And while we're here, let's clear up another issue. Do you need to eat only ribeye? No. If you can afford ribeye every day, God bless you. But ground beef, chuck roast, burger patties, eggs, sardines, chicken thighs, and other animal foods can absolutely help you succeed. This does not need to be fancy. Simple wins. All right, pause right here and hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying this, because I make videos like this to help people cut through the confusion and get to the root cause of why they get sick, stuck, and frustrated. Now let's talk about what success in the first 7 days actually looks like. Success does not mean you lose 12 pounds of pure body fat by Friday. Some of that early weight change may be water. Success does not mean every symptom vanishes overnight. Success means you started, you simplified, you learned. You gave your body a chance, and you made it through the part where most people quit too early. By days 6 and 7, many people begin noticing some encouraging changes. Cravings may be quieter. Appetite may feel more stable. Energy may start leveling out. Bloating may improve. Joint discomfort sometimes starts calming down. And perhaps most importantly, you begin to realize something powerful. You do not need to be controlled by food every 2 hours. That freedom matters. Now, does Carnivore work for everybody exactly the same way? No. And I don't want to oversell it. Some people need to tweak things. Some do better starting with keto before going full Carnivore. Some need more support if they have diabetes, take blood pressure medications, or have other medical conditions. And if you are on medications, especially for diabetes or hypertension, talk with your doctor, because your numbers can improve fast enough that your meds may need adjustment. That's a good problem to have, but it needs supervision. So let me leave you with the beginner plan. For the first 7 days, keep it simple. Build meals around animal foods. Eat enough. Salt your food. Drink water. Do not fear temporary adaptation symptoms. Do not chase perfection. Do not compare your day 4 to somebody else's day 400. And most of all, do not quit just because the first few days feel weird. Sometimes weird is not failure. Sometimes weird is your body finally doing something different, and different may be exactly what you need. If you've been tired, inflamed, hungry all the time, gaining weight too easily, or feeling trapped in a cycle of cravings, the first 7 days of Carnivore may feel like a shock to the system. But sometimes the system needs a reset, not punishment, a reset. And that may be the very beginning of healing. And if you're already doing Carnivore, drop a comment and tell beginners what helped you get through the first week. And if you're just getting started, let me know what day you're on. I'm cheering for you. And if you want more videos on Carnivore, keto, metabolic health, and the root causes of chronic disease, check the description and playlist right after this video, because that's where the next step is. I'll see you in the next video.